Yo, how do you get good audio on Zoom while you're broadcasting using a mirrorless camera without using a Camlink 4K and you're connecting your Canon camera specifically via USB through the EOS Webcam utility app? Welcome to a Chrome Dome special. This channel is all about documenting the creative process. My name is Belal Khan, marketing by profession, media by passion, and I'm all about helping you make your ideas real. Coming at you from Space City, Houston. In this video, one of the things that we're, at least I'm trying to do, and I've been tasked with, is helping instructors who have made their living teaching seminars at live events. And with the current quarantine situation, these instructors have been now teaching online. And so whether that's online through pre-recorded events or actual live engagements. So one of the challenges is getting these instructors who are not, technically minded. They know their material and the subject matter that they're teaching, but when it comes to technicalities and things like that, technology, there needs to be a little bit of hand-holding and walking through.
There we go. Okay, so I'm glad now that you can see the chat. So compared to an on-site experience, one of the most effective ways you can make this an engaging online class is making like 50% of it your conversation with the audience in the chat.
One of the things I've been trying to do is get these instructors to go from broadcasting with their laptop or their desktop webcam to using a mirrorless or a DSLR to get your nice, good quality setup, and not just the gear, but also the good sound quality, the lighting, setting up the environment. And so that's kind of like what we've done here today.
So when you're teaching, you're just thinking it was class has started, someone has just passed off to you, they thanked you, they're super hyped, first online session, etc., etc. They pass it to you, and you're kind of saying salam to everyone.
So with the Q&A, even in the chat, I would rather myself go through the Q&A of the chat.
So the instructor that we're getting with, if you are a regular at my channel, you're probably familiar with Ammar. So I'm going to be meeting up with him shortly. And so one of the challenges that we've been having is that when you connect your Canon camera through, or compatible Canon camera, through the new EOS Webcam utility app to a laptop, there's going to be one of two scenarios. You're either connecting it to a PC, okay, or you're connecting it through a Mac. Now, generally speaking, on PC it works flawlessly. If you're trying to transfer or capture your video on a Mac, it depends on the version of the operating system that you have.
Originally, my goal was to kind of do a traditional covering of the book, but the course has been developing, and even now after COVID, it's developed some more. And so it's going to be focusing less on the topic that Ibn al-Qayyim himself was addressing, the particular problem of an individual, and more a comprehensive study of this topic of dhunub and al-ma'asi, a study of sin.
The audio that you hear of Ammar right now, if worst case scenario, we cannot find the appropriate adapter, is this acceptable to you guys?
No.
Okay, understood. If you have Mac OS 10. I think it's 13 versus 10.14 versus 10.15. So High Sierra, Mojave, and Catalina, these are the three versions of Mac OS. And the challenge is that when using the Webcam EOS utility app and Zoom meetings, then High Sierra works flawlessly. You plug it in via the USB-C into the USB or USB-C port if you have it, and it detects the camera, and boom, you're in business. However, with the EOS Webcam utility app using Mojave or Catalina, then the only way to use Zoom is not the actual app, but it is through the browser, Zoom browser. Once we got over that threshold, the new problem right now, which is a common thing, is being able to teach and instruct with a microphone. Generally speaking, on a PC, it's flawless because most PCs have a mic and headphone input. One thing that I have found on Macs, whether it's, especially when it comes to Mac laptops, not desktops, on the iMac, you plug in a mic, it works. But if you plug in a mic into a laptop, you tend to have issues. And now my hypothesis is that we're gonna need a couple of things. Generally speaking, what I've been using on my PC, this thing right here is basically a USB-C connector, which connects to a not quarter inch, but a 3.5 millimeter, right? And then you basically connect the splitter, which connects to a headphone and microphone jack as such, right? And it works flawlessly. Will this setup work on the Mac? My assumption is that it will, but and I attempted to find this very same gear. I went to Fry's Electronics and Best Buy. I found some stuff at Fry's, which might prove to be useful. So this is the first item that I found at Fry's. Again, same thing. It's got a mic input, headphone output, and a USB-C. The other item that I found is traditional USB with a mic input and mic output, and this one's got some controls, volume controls and things like that. And so the idea here is to see which, if any or all, will work, and more specifically, will it work using a Sennheiser wireless microphone. So let's go, let's find out. If you're on a Mac, it will help if you have one of these things. So this right here is a device that allows you to basically connect with SD card reader, USB, USB-C by connecting the two USB ports that are in the laptop itself. Let me plug that in. Let's start with the first microphone that we had intended on doing. What was purchased is this Sennheiser XS wireless digital mic. The cool thing about this, just like a Rode Wireless Go, you've got these two things. One is a transmitter, the other is a receiver. Actually, I think this is the transmitter and this is the receiver. Press the two buttons on here, hold, and the lights turn orange. So just like this. And then when they're being paired, they'll be turning green, just like that. And that's how you know they're paired. One of the cool things about Sennheiser is that they have a little feature here. Boom, screws in, holds tight. So this way you don't have to worry about it losing connection. Sound check 1 2 1 2. Sound check 1 2 1 2. Wow. Wow. Okay, so here we go. Record. Sound check 1 2 1 2. There was once a man without a shoe tapping a mic. Okay, and checking. Can I get a audio?
Check 1 2 1 2.
All right, and now stop recording. Sound check 1 2 1 2. There was once a man without a shoe tapping a mic.
Nice.
Okay. And checking. Yes, this is wireless.
Audio? Check 1 2 1 2.
All right. And now, dude, the audio is tight. Now, that was solution one. This is what I use. Okay. So we're not going to go with this because I need this. So what we're going to do, let me look at the first purchased solution. It's not labeled, but green is headphones and red is microphone. So this is the microphone connected to a transmitter. This receives the signal and it's being fed into the computer, right? So now we've got this plugged in. We're gonna do test number 2. You gotta make sure every time, make sure that you're connected here. So microphone, you gotta use the USB audio device. Every time you gotta double check that. If you don't double check that, then you're gonna be like, yo, why does my audio suck? All right, so we know that it's using the audio device. Click on record. All right, sound check 1 2 1 2. Test number 2. We are checking, tapping the mic. All right, Amar, sound check.
1 2 1 2.
And end recording. All right, sound check 1 2 1 2. Test number 2. We are checking, tapping the mic. All right, Amar, sound check.
1 2 1 2.
And end record. All right, so now let's try test number 3. Now, we could probably just stop right here. We have a solution.
So what's the setup as far as power and length of time on these devices?
These things are supposedly lasting 5 hours. So if you do take a break, take a moment to just plug them in so they're charging. Right, just a USB-C, just like your phone charger. But you have an iPhone, so it's probably not your phone charger. However, this on your laptop,
I mean, I have a USB-C.
Boom, done. Next item, same idea, but this thing has got a few more high-tech items, right? High-tech items include volume up, volume down. I don't know if that's volume up or down for the headphones, microphone, or both. And then we've also got, you can mute your audio right from here if you wanted. You can mute your headphones if you had it connected. Now, let's plug this in, microphone. Now this is regular USB. Now we are recording sound check 1 2 1 2, test number 3, using the mic adapter that goes into USB traditional, right? Sound check, tapping microphone. Amar, give me a
1 2 1 2.
One towel.
1 2. So this is just normal going into the USB.
It is going straight into USB, yep. And actually one thing I also wanted to check was if we were to mute the microphone. Now I just press mute on the microphone. It should not be recording any audio over there. Now turn that off. Now I'm wondering if I were to bump up the volume here. No, so this volume up and down is literally controlling the volume output into the headphones or whatever is in it. So this is basically volume control for your computer. So that's it, so end recording. Now we are recording sound check 1 2 1 2, test number 3 using the mic adapter that goes into USB traditional, right? Sound check, tapping microphone. More, give me a
1 2 1 2
1 2 1 2.
So this is just normal going into the USB.
It is going straight into USB, yep. And actually one thing I also wanted to check was if we were to mute the microphone, boom. Right. That's actually really cool. So this right here is a Canon EOS M6 Mark II. Ammar's M50 is en route. First thing we gotta do is hook up the mic, not the mic, the USB.
Testing, 1
Hold
2
on,
3.
I'm not even broadcasting yet. Actually, technically I am broadcasting, but let me start recording.
I forgot about my mask this whole time.
Your mask? Behind the scenes.
Yep.
Ammar's full quarantine.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. And record the sound. Check 1 2 1 2. There was once a man without a shoe. We are now broadcasting from Ammar's podcast. I just took over his.
This actually might work. I might be able to like hang my lapel microphone
Why
over
would
here.
you want to hang it off your mask, bro?
That might be closer. I might get clearer audio.
Right now, it just sounds like Bane from Batman.
Hey, 1 2 1 2.
But yeah, so if I'm out of the frame, does it catch you? Just might want to move up closer, right? So, or the best option is literally, you know what? When you wear a mask, it doesn't know you have a face.
So that's fine.
So it's not going to autofocus appropriately, right?
Why? It's focused.
So look, I get on the screen, right? It catches my face,
You know why?
right?
You know why it doesn't recognize me? Because I was born in the darkness, molded by it.
Right.
That's
Okay.
why it doesn't recognize me. There's no light that gets captured here.
So right away, yep, my face takes over. If I move out, does Ammar's face?
Okay, so there you go.
There you go,
Recognize it
found
right
it.
away.
So you gotta take your mask off. So it works, right? Actually, let me end record.
God bless American internet. Imagine if we were in Canada or the UK,
Bro,
you'd still be uploading the first file.
bro, that would be that's like #1 reason to never move to Canada. This is like, I'm in Houston right now, and this is the worst internet I've ever experienced. But
10 times faster than...
like DC, Jersey, New York, California, Dallas even has faster, same price internet. But despite all that, as bad as it is, it's the internet is pretty darn good as long as you don't have AT&T. Yes, I am throwing shade at AT&T. Why the mask today and not yesterday?
Who's that?
Because Ammar is Bane. So just as a review, so what you need to make something like this work appropriately if you're using a Mac or a PC. Suleiman Hani, if you're listening, this is for you as well. You need an adapter, something that allows you to connect headphone and microphone to your laptop via USB. Either you can go the traditional route where you take USB to 3.5 millimeter and 3.5 millimeter splitter, or you have something that has already done that for you, and then you literally feed it out, and then Zoom is going to detect it without an issue.